If there was plenty of reason to be excited after the game against Perth Glory, then there's a hell of a lot more reasons, I'd say, to be excited about that 4-0 win against Leeds. Mason Greenwood scoring, Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing a blinder, Dan James again showing his pace, Marcus Rashford scoring, great finish, Phil Jones getting a header, and Anthony Martial from the spot. Man United were class today against Leeds. Really were. Maybe not so much in defence, I'll talk about that. But going forward, both in the first and second half, with two completely different teams, we looked excellent. We really did. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka in that first half, it's so hard not to be, I think, overly excited about Wan-Bissaka because we've had Valencia towards the tail end of his career, poor at right back. Ashley Young, let's not talk about him at right back. But Wan-Bissaka today against Leeds, both in defence and going forward, where people have got question marks about him in comparison to the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Fantastic, great running behind. Paul Pogba found him. His cross, Mason Greenwood made no mistake. That right-hand side flank there of Greenwood and Wan-Bissaka was probably the most exciting our right flankers looked in 6-7 years, even if it is just a friendly. It's a real positive going forward into next season when you see what Wan-Bissaka can do there and also what Mason Greenwood can do. Now, only the day before the game, Solskjaer was speaking about Greenwood and he said 100% this season he is going to get goals. The day after, Mason Greenwood gets a goal. Remember, he's only 17. So you have to temper your expectations somewhat. But he was mustard in the academy. And unlike most players, he can play off both feet. He's comfortable. Solskjaer said before the game, you know, he takes penalties with his left and his right foot. He takes free kicks with his left and his right foot. Solskjaer thinks that Greenwood doesn't even know what foot he is stronger with. Greenwood looks the part. And with Romelu Lukaku probably leaving United this summer, it's a genuinely huge opportunity for Greenwood to come into this squad and maybe replace Lukaku. Now, I don't think that United will do that. I think we'll bring a striker in. But I think Greenwood will get plenty of game time. And I think he'll get plenty of goals next season. Next year should really be his breakthrough year at United. He would have played a couple more times last year were it not for bad injuries that stopped him. But Greenwood could very much be Solskjaer's new star. And we saw there from Wan-Bissaka, Dan James again, his pace on that counter-attack. Great pass from Rashford, Dan James unluckily hitting the post. But in that first half, man, we were sensational going forward. Paul Pogba sitting there from deep, dictating. And, you know, a lot has been said about Pogba, but I said at the start of the summer, and I still stand by it. You don't go about rebuilding your club by selling your best player. And I think if Pogba really buys into this new challenge, and United is a new challenge, new players coming in this year under Solskjaer. If he stays, I think he'll be fantastic next year. And I think Solskjaer can get the most out of him like he did in those 2-3 months at the start of his United career as United manager. But Lindelof breaking out from defence, that was another great thing that we saw in the first half. And that was probably one of our biggest weaknesses last year, our inability to bring it out from the back with the ball. Lindelof showed there that maybe Solskjaer is going to give him the freedom to do that. And he did it really, really well. Still question marks, I feel, about our defence overall, because Leeds had plenty of opportunities in that first half, and if they were more clinical, they would have taken them. So you can still, I think, see why we need Maguire, but it's very much exciting going forward, and it didn't really change too much in the second half. Everybody went off, Chong came on, Gomez came on, Pereira came on. United still look very good going forward. I think Chong, Pereira and Gomez all showed more than Lingard and Mata did going forward in the first and second half. I don't think either of those two players did themselves any favour with that performance there against Leeds. But Chong's composure there to pull it back, to win the penalty, fantastic. Mature to think of that and to execute it as well. And it's an exciting time, I think, for United fans. You know, so much has been said about how this season's a dead rubber because people are looking at Liverpool and City, and we are light years behind them. But I do think that Solskjaer's got this squad training in the right way. The attitude seems to be coming through. We're playing with intensity in these first two games, and that sort of intensity we lacked for years and still lack. But we're seeing it there. And that's why I think the likes of Dan James and Aaron Wan-Bissaka are good signings. Why someone like Harry Maguire can come in and be the experienced head that that defence needs. Because going forward, There's a ton of reasons to be excited. Marcus Rashford, a clinical finish. He needs to step it up this season. 2 goals in 2 games in his first 2 pre-season friendlies is a good way to start. Mason Greenwood, Tahith Chong, Angel Gomez, Dan James. There's so many exciting players who are nowhere near their peak yet, who can flourish and develop this season under Solskjaer. So I think going forward, we won't have any problems. Midfield, I can still see where someone like Bruno Fernandes can come in there and massively improve that immediately, and why someone in defence like Harry Maguire can come in and improve that immediately. But the signs there against Leeds are very good, very exciting. I think Greenwood really is one to watch this year. I can't wait to see what he does. And Solskjaer will be pleased with that. Why wouldn't he be? 4-0 against Leeds? Happy days. Let me know what you think about that. Who was your man of the match? Rashford was officially named the man of the match. But let me know what you think in the comments below. But there's plenty of reasons to be excited about what we might see from United going forward next year. And hopefully a new centre-back and a new central midfielder can mean we're excited about the team as a whole. Let me know what you think in the comments as always.